Hey guys, Justin here from Simplified Investing. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. As we do every weekend, this is going to be our weekly watch list video highlighting the 5 plays we are watching this week, as well as the key market breakdown. That being said, the 5 plays this week, first one being Oxy, second one being AMD, third one being AMC, fourth one being XOM, and then the last one being PLTR. Hope you guys all have a great green week and look forward to trading with you on Monday. Thank you.
So for those of you who haven't watched our prior videos, the first thing that I'm going to do is break down the market. What have we seen in the past week within the market, and then what can we expect to see within the coming week of the market. So I'm going to use SPY as a proxy instead of /NQ. It is going to be the S&P 500 ETF. I did get a lot of requests to use SPY instead of /NQ, NASDAQ futures, just because it's easier to pull up. So that's what I'm going to be using. Now, what are we seeing here on SPY? Clearly a downtrend, overall downtrending structure here. Closed Friday down 0.60%. Still weakness on this, pushing to the lows. One glimmer of hope here for a reversal on the market here. Still no confirmation, but we are holding this 405 region where we did bounce on 5.2. You can see we got some volume here on the bounce. Overall, still in a weak market. There is no clear confirmed reversal, and for me, I would really like to see this through 430 up through this demand zone, or this consolidation zone, excuse me, through this 437.63 region. You can see a lot of structure in here. You have to watch volume and price action to confirm a reversal. So until then, still overall weakness. 405, a very, very strong support below. Also, 410 seems to be a very tricky region here on SPY. A lot of activity at this level, so expecting this to be a very key level here within the coming week. 410 region, a lot of volume traded at this level, expecting it to continue. You can see we formed a low back here on 512 of last year at 404. So if we do crack that 405, expecting 404, and then likely to see 400 as a psychological level. But again, trying to reverse off this 405 region, holds above 410. Personally want to see through this 437.67 region for upside continuation here on SPY. Until then, either one, we get continued selling in lower lows sub 200, or two, we consolidate in this region here as the market digests and tries to pick a direction. That being said, wraps it up for SPY. If you guys do have any questions or need any help, post them down below. I will respond to your questions about SPY or any of these plays or setups. The first play, going to be one that we've traded a lot lately and have had really good success trading it. That's going to be Oxy. So oil name, this is going to be a sector play. Obviously, energies have completely dominated as a sector this year, and Oxy is going to fit within the secular strength. 52-week highs here. You can see we formed this cup move. You can see that we got this selling on 421 into this cup here. Pull up here, and then on 5.5, we retested this cup breakout, and then we pushed to the upside and broke here. So holds above the 64.50 region, 64.60 region. Really, really liking Oxy here this week. I do think we can see 68 plus here on this one in the coming week. If we can confirm and hold this breakout, this one will be on close watch here on Monday to trade. You can see 4.25% strength on Friday. Now, it's not trading the 2x volume that I would normally like to see, but any abnormal volume is better than none. Trading 30 million, almost 31 million shares here on Friday. So very, very strong mover here. We're at a 52-week high. We zoom out to the weekly chart here. We're also at a 3-year high. If we do go out to the 20-year weekly, you can see this 90, the 68 region key, and then 70 above. Let's go back into the daily chart again. Prime breakout here, holds above 64.60. Going to be keeping a close eye on this one to take into that 68 region above here in the coming week. The second one is one that hasn't really confirmed a reversal, but it's one that had relative strength on Friday. On a day where we saw a lot of names on the NASDAQ getting sold off 3, 4, 5%, AMD holding up and actually in the green 1.57%. So what does that mean? A lot of relative strength here compared to the market. Now, there's no one knows if it's news, no one knows if it's just insider buying, whatever it may be. There was relative strength here on this one within the coming week. If we do get a breakout through 100, really, really liking this one. The reason being is, okay, we had all these bounces here. Everyone played AMD right here off this 100 support bounce. You can see we bounce multiple times here. What happens on the breakdown? Well, okay, now we get stopped out. So that's triggering all these buy orders, or all these people that had these stop loss orders at 100 because it was such a strong support. They're all stopped out. Now, what are they watching for? Well, they're likely going to be watching for a breakback through 100. So if we do get a breakback through 100, you can expect to see some compulsive buying here and push this up into that 110 region, simply for those buyers that got shaken out here below 100 due to being a strong support. Now they'd be looking to re-enter this position on a reclaim of 100. So personally going to be watching this one over 100. I do think we do get some buyers coming back in at that region, simply from the prior levels that were on AMD and the structure that we did get. So through 100, watching this above that 110 region, 110.35 resistance will be key above. Third one that I'm going to be eyeing to the downside. This is a very, very weak mover here. You can see all these pops getting sold into. You can see that we had that big momentum squeeze on 328, and basically it reclaimed the move in less than 2 weeks. So it reclaimed all of the move up, and now we're trying to break down the lows. What am I personally watching? If we do hold below this 13 region, I do think we do see some continued selling. One note is on 5/9, this does have earnings. So on Monday, this has earnings after market close. And anytime you have earnings, it's a complete gamble. It brings a lot of volatility within the position. There's no real way to know how the earnings are going to do, how the market's going to react, unless you are obviously someone that works for the company. Then it's a different case. But looking very, very weak here technical-wise. Below 13, going to be eyeing puts on this one. We do have a support down here at 643, which was this gap region that we did end up getting here at the beginning of the last year, or during May of last year, before this huge move to the upside. So overall, weak structure, all the pops not making new highs off of these highs that we formed back here. Continued lows, still in a lower low structure. Good one to play to the downside on these pops up. If we do get a rejection at 1588, we'll also be eyeing a puts on this. Breakout for the upside at 2721, but again, mainly watching weakness here if we do crack below 13 on AMC, which coincides with this bounce level that we got at the beginning or the middle of March before pushing up from 13 all the way up here into 34. So again, AMC on close watch this week. XOM. Going to be the last one, or the fourth one that we're watching, but the one in the energy sector. Similar to Oxy, this is going to be the strongest sector, so if you guys are looking for secular plays, recommend looking into the energy sector. It's where all the strength and momentum have been this year, expecting that to continue, or at least take advantage of that while it is strong. Personally, watching this above 91.47, if we do hold above 91.47, really, really liking this upside move here. Where was that from? Well, that's where we got this gap up here on 3.8, trading the highest volume all week. So that means a lot of market participants making this a much more important level. So that's clearly a very, very strong resistance here. You can see we hit 91.47, sold off all the way down here to 85.65 in a day. So a massive swing at this region. If we do get breakout, expecting very, very nice continuation to the upside here. You can see past 3 days, actually really consolidating at this level. The market's trying to make the move is what I was trying to get at. The market's trying to make a move, find a direction, push through this 91.55 region here, and continue to the upside. So watching for a continuation here. It does have potential to see that 95 region above here as we do get continued secular strength on XOM. Testing that 52-week high. If we do get a breakout, you'll likely see a continued move to the upside here. Holds above 91.50. Will be on close watch here within the coming week. Last one, Palantir, another really, really big retail name. A lot of people getting triggered. Their stops breaking below the reversal point off of 224. You can see a strong move here with volume. Now we're selling off, creating new lows. Trading 2x volume here, and a lot of this, what is likely happening here is a lot of this is stop loss triggering to the downside. And why is this a stop loss trigger? Well, a lot of people probably set their stop loss here at 975 where we formed a big reversal here. Also reversed right here before breaking down. Now we're triggering those stops as we do break below this. One thing to note, This one also has earnings on 5/9 before market open. So on Tuesday, before market open, this is one that does have earnings. Again, that poses volatility. You'll expect to see high volume on that. From a technical perspective, this is a prime example of a breakdown here, triggering stops, likely to see continued lower lows here. When you do have something like this, you keep an eye on whole dollar regions, so things like 8, things like 9, things like 10. These are going to be very big psychological levels to watch, and a level I recommend watching here on PLTR. Trading at 52-week lows, we do have to resort to intraday levels instead of using the daily level for or daily chart for levels, simply because this is uncharted territory within the past year. Personally, watching 942, that is going to be the low that we did see here on Friday. Breaks below that, I want to see continued waterfall selling here, continued lower lows, and a move into 9 within the coming week. Again, another one that does have earnings, but looking very, very weak here this week. That being said, that wraps up the watch list video. If you did have any questions or need any help, feel free to reach out below, leave a comment. If you did enjoy this video, if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. If you are interested in getting our course alerts and more, feel free to check out simplified-investing.com today. We would love to have you guys on board. Hope you all have a great rest of the weekend and a great week. Thank you.